There is a strange kind of suffering that only happens to people with too many good ideas. Not too few, too many. You wake up and the mind is already crowded. A book you want to write, a skill you want to learn, a business you keep almost starting, a version of yourself that lives just out of reach. And here is the cruel part. None of these are bad choices. Every single one of them is worth doing. So the problem was never that you lacked direction. The problem is that you have too many directions, all pulling at once. And when everything is important, attention shatters. What feels like ambition slowly becomes paralysis wearing a mask. So today, let us sit with a quiet and uncomfortable idea. The goal is not to want less. The goal is to learn the order in which to want. Two people stand at the same door. Same schooling, same books, the same quick mind that sees 3 moves ahead in any conversation. One of them opens it. The other stands there calculating and keeps calculating for the rest of their life. 20 years later, one of them has built things, broken things, recovered, and built again. They now live inside a version of the world the other one cannot even see from where they are standing. And the strange part is this. The one who went further was never the sharper of the two. They were often wrong. They miscalculated, misjudged, walked confidently into walls. But every wall they hit taught them the exact shape of that wall and the door hidden beside it. So hold this sentence with me and feel its weight. Courage compounds. Intelligence plateaus. We have been sold a beautiful lie. The lie says a capable person should be able to do it all at the same time. But the mind does not actually run things in parallel. What we call multitasking is really the mind switching rapidly and expensively between tasks. And every switch carries a hidden tax. A small fee of energy, a small loss of momentum, a small crack in your concentration. Pay that tax 100 times a day, and you end the day exhausted, yet somehow having moved nothing forward. Busy, but not deep. So notice the trap clearly. It is not that you worked too little, it is that you divided yourself too much. Imagine trying to dig 5 shallow wells instead of 1 deep one. You will sweat just as hard, but you will never reach water. Depth is not a bonus you earn after focus. Depth is what focus quietly produces over time. So the first principle is simple and slightly painful. You cannot pursue many high-focus objectives at once, not because you are weak, but because attention itself refuses to be split. Now here comes the fear. The moment I say, choose one, some part of you tightens, because choosing one feels like killing the rest. It feels like the other dreams get thrown away, abandoned, betrayed. But listen closely, because this distinction changes everything. You are not deleting your other interests. You are deferring them. There is a vast difference between no, never, and not yet. One closes a door forever. The other simply asks the idea to wait its turn. So this is where the external list becomes almost sacred. Every interest you are not working on right now does not live in your head. It lives on paper. Because an idea kept in your mind does not rest quietly. It circles, it nags, it demands attention it has not earned yet. But an idea written down can finally be still. It knows it has been seen, it knows it has been kept, and it knows it will be returned to. This is the mercy of the list. It lets you hold 100 dreams without carrying 100 burdens. So the second principle is this: nothing is lost when it is captured. What is written down is safe, and what is safe can wait. So if you can only carry one primary objective at a time, then life becomes a series of seasons. Not a chaos of everything, but a sequence of somethings. In one season, you build the skill. In the next season, you write the book. In the season after, you start the venture. Each one gets your full beam of light. Each one gets a version of you that is undivided. But a season is not a prison. This is important, so stay with me. You are still allowed to explore. You are still allowed to be curious about the things on your list. But exploration happens inside a fence, a small, defined window of time. You wander, you play, you sample, and then you return to the main path. So exploration does not replace your objective. It orbits around it, like a moon that never leaves the planet. And then, at the edges of each season, you pause. You take out the list, and you ask an honest question. Given who I am now, what deserves to be first? This is the ritual of re-ranking. Not a failure of focus, but a renewal of it. Because priorities are not carved in stone. They are meant to be reordered as you grow. So the third principle is quiet, but powerful. You do not do everything in one lifetime by doing it all at once. You do it by giving each thing a season of its own. So let us bring this down from the sky and into your hands. Because philosophy is only worth anything when it becomes a practice. First, you gather. You lay every interest out in front of you, honestly, without shame, the loud ones and the quiet ones. Then, you rank, not by what excites you most in this exact minute, but by what matters most to the person you are trying to become. Then, you choose one, just one, the active project, the single well you are willing to dig deep. And the rest? The rest are not rejected. They are placed gently on the list, kept safe, promised a future. Then you work. You finish it, or you reach a natural place to pause. And only then do you return to the list and lift up the next. Notice the shape of this. It is a loop, not a leap. Rank, focus, complete, re-rank, repeat. And slowly, one season at a time, something remarkable happens. The person who tried to do everything at once and finished nothing becomes the person who did everything in turn and finished it all. So here is the truth we return to, now that we have walked the whole path. Your problem was never that you wanted too much. Your many interests are not a flaw. They are a sign of a mind that is alive and hungry. The constraint was never the size of your curiosity. The constraint was the belief that all of it had to happen at the same time. So stop trying to live your whole life in a single crowded moment. Let it unfold in order, like chapters, each one whole. Because a divided life feels full but stays shallow. A sequenced life feels focused and slowly grows deep. You do not need to want less. You only need to decide what comes first. So take out the list, choose the one, and let everything else wait, patiently, safely, for its season to arrive. The room was never too dark. You had simply forgotten how bright a single beam of light can be.